Hello and welcome back to the reading vlog. I forgot to get the book. Okay, before we talk about the book, I want to have a quick little chat with you because I'm struggling and I don't know, I kind of feel like I need to say a word about it. I'm trying to keep it short, but it is what it is. I'm struggling with my time pretty much, like as one point, like getting all of my hobbies and interests in my life is really hard. I have a lot of, I would say, time intensive hobbies, reading being one of them, and I have a hard time getting to all of them and enjoying all of them. And yeah, reading obviously is a big part of my life, but I feel like at some points it has taken over other things that I like to do and that I don't get to do as much as I want to, and I kind of need to find a new balance for that. And then obviously, I have a job. I work 40-hour week. Um, and yeah, I have a home that needs to be kept up with. I have a pet that, needs a lot of time. So yeah, I'm having a time problem here. And the second thing I'm having is like, it's not a health problem per se, but I got diagnosed with gluten well, we don't know if it's like celiac or just a gluten insensitivity or intolerance. But yeah, I pretty much am gluten free now. But the problem is I'm also fructose intolerant, which means I can't eat most sugars, which is a big problem, the combination of the two. Let's just be honest. And I think a lot of my time actually at the moment goes to either thinking about what I can actually eat and eating enough, because at some point you can run into troubles getting enough calories in. Um, and then into feeling sick because I ate something I shouldn't have eaten without realizing it, because there was some hidden sugars in there or hidden gluten. And it's a big problem in my life right now and takes a lot of mental energy, which I then don't have to read or do my other hobbies. And that is a big problem at the moment. And I know it's annoying, people have it way worse. I get that, but I feel like it's making trouble in my life at the moment, and it's making my life harder than it should be and more annoying. And it's not easy, to be honest, because yeah, I don't know, I'm also a picky eater. It's a combination that is really hard to live with every day, because it also means, we can never eat together, my partner and I. There are really just a few things that we can eat together, and we always have to cook separate and be careful. We're both not perfect, so accidents happen. I eat something I didn't know was in my food because, I didn't see it or something like that. It's a whole thing. But yeah, that means I'm not having as much mental energy for reading and as much time for reading as I want to have, and I'm feeling really bad about it. And I shouldn't, because, I don't have to read, but it's a pressure I'm putting on myself to read as much as I do. And even though I like it, I feel like it's getting me down at the moment a lot. And I kind of need to fix that, and I need a little bit of time for that. So, I'm really sorry, but there will probably be a little bit less reading in these vlogs, and I will try to substitute with other things that I do as best as I can, because I still don't really feel comfortable filming much when my partner, is next to me or something like that, because obviously it's not his chosen thing to be on camera and stuff like that. But yeah, I will try to figure a way out to make this all work, because I do like to make these videos, but I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on myself at the moment. So yeah, with that topic being done, let's talk about what I'm reading currently. One book is still Sleeping Beauties, which you are sitting on. It is a really slow going. I haven't gotten much further. I'm like halfway through, and it's the book I'm way slower at reading at the moment. And then I picked up a new one to read while I do my workouts, and that I started on Sunday, and that is The Ivory Key, which is one extra book that was in a fairy route, I think. No, in the Illumicrate, like a long time ago. And I just picked it up because it was sitting on my shelves and I needed something to read. And yeah, it's pretty much the tale of 4 siblings and the dying kingdom that they kind of got when their parents died. And we have one that is the ruler, which she's the main character, and she has a lot of troubles because the kingdom, the protection of the kingdom is steeped in magic, and the magic is running out, and she obviously doesn't want the people in her kingdom to know that, because that would cause trouble. But she also has to defend her kingdom, and she's really young. She's just 18 and nobody really takes her seriously, and it's all a problem. And then we have one of her siblings who's sitting in jail for I don't know what. Then we have one sibling who is really close to the one sitting in jail and trying to break him out. And then we have, but those 2 are boys. And then we have the 4th one, which is also a girl, and she ran away and joined the Ravens, which are pretty much like a rebel group living in the forest. And yeah, that is pretty much what the book is about. They have kind of, I feel like they have to come together and kind of fix things. But yeah, do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. I'm really neutral about this book. It's not bad, but I also feel like it's not really interesting right now. So yeah, I will continue with this now and we'll see how it goes. I will do my workout to at least get that in today, and then I will check in with you at, whenever I feel ready to can, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm a mess at the moment. Okay, quick check-in before I Skype with my friend tonight. I finished The Ivory Key, but I have to be honest, adjust my little seat here. I did a little bit of like speed reading through this. I gave it 2 stars. I don't think it's like bad. It is definitely a teenager novel, and I'm too old for that. Also, the characters were really 2-dimensional. As somebody who grew up with 3 siblings, so also 4 people, and I mean there are 4 people in this novel, it felt like a lot of like bickering, like maybe slightly realistic, but not really. Like everybody has their own agenda kind of, but they come together really, really quickly, and it's really unrealistic. Like in my household that would never happen. And I don't know, everybody has like this one aspect about them that is kind of like, oh, that is this sibling and that is this sibling, and this is so unrealistic. Like, obviously you don't characterize people like that, and yeah, everything had kind of like an easy way out, and there isn't really much drama in there isn't really much happening at all. This is a duology, I found out today. So yeah, maybe if you read both of them back to back, there might just be a little bit more to them. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad book. I think if you're a teenager, this might be more enjoyable, because then obviously you're the age range the characters are at, and you're like in the same mindset a little bit, and maybe then the bickering and the kind of may work a little bit better, but the characters are still really 2-dimensional. So yeah, I did some speed reading. I finished it as quickly as I could whilst I did my workout this afternoon, and yeah, I'm through with it, which is the important part. And yeah, this can now go into my shelf, and yeah, I will in a minute Skype with my friend, and yeah, I don't know, other than that I don't have really much else I will do this afternoon, and then the day is already over after that. But I did cook some really, really nice paprika sauce, bell pepper sauce. Bell peppers, in Germany, paprika and bell pepper is the same name. So yeah, I did some bell pepper sauce that was really, really good, and I was really happy with that, and my partner also liked it, which is a plus, because I can now do that for both of us, which was a little bit of like a nice thing, especially since the last few weeks cooking has been a little bit of like a disaster. So yeah, that was really, really nice. But yeah, I will now Skype with my friend. I don't think I'm running late, but I have like 2 minutes left or something before I need to get onto Skype. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with a new book. I did also read a little bit more of Sleeping Beauties, but nothing really much has happened in the part that I've read since I last talked to you about it last week. So yeah, not much to report there, but I read like 30 pages or something. Okay, so I have done a little bit of reading. I started a new book, which is We All Fall Down. The Thursday video that has gone up, well, it has gone up today, but you know, for you it has gone up last Thursday. I talked about my June TBR and I started it already, which is just a little bit early, so I don't think it's much of a problem. But yeah, one of the books on that TBR is We All Fall Down, and I've actually read quite a few bad reviews for this book, so I don't have much hope for it being good. But it does start nice enough, so I don't know, I'm kind of interested to see where this goes. The description is just that it's a queer book and the four characters kind of get drawn into the main story and have to decide fate more or less. Yeah, something like that. But if you actually start reading it, this is definitely a fairy tale inspired book, and the main story is pretty much at the beginning. You have a witch and a king and the queen is pregnant, and the witch kind of helps overthrow the king, but it's kind of, they kind of have to, because all of the kings seem to get this curse where they turn to stone and go mad, and they felt the only way to stop that is to dethrone the king, and it doesn't really seem to help, but so they dethrone the king, and then the people turn on the queen, which they didn't anticipate. So the queen has to flee, and then because she's fleeing and all of the stress and stuff, she actually gives birth, and she gives birth to a boy, David, and a monster, kind of. A child shaped monster with tentacles and stuff that tries to kill David whilst they're being born. It's a really weird thing. But yeah, and then we pretty much go into the future. And now one of the main characters is David. And he's seen as the hero in the prophecy, and then we have the maiden, who is a transgender character, who flees pretty much the normal world, and we have pretty much the like island where the old stuff happened and the main characters now get to, but we also have the normal world outside of that. But on this island there was magic before, and the magic kind of stopped when the king died, and they hope now, the witch and the king, because he actually does still live, they kind of hope that the coming of the hero brings back the magic and gives them a better life again. That is pretty much what I've gathered from the first 50 pages, which is what I've read today. So yeah, I like the flow of the book. I don't really have much to say about it, but also nothing negative. Except for that, because of this whole like fairy tale gist, the characters do feel a little bit two-dimensional, but we haven't seen that much from them yet, so it could be that you know, transforms a little bit once we get more into the story. But yeah, at the moment they seem a little bit more on the two-dimensional, one role, one character kind of, you know, thingy-majiggy. So yeah, that is what is up with this book. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes, and yeah, we'll see if I like it in the end or not. You know, it's always a 50-50 chance. And then what I'm now currently reading is Sleeping Beauties. I'm currently continuing with that one. And yeah, there's still, you know, all of those social problems that come with all of the women more and more getting to sleep in the cocoon around. We have one guy who tries to find out what the thing actually is. And yeah, I'm pretty much halfway through the book now, and it's still so massive. So yeah, my goal is to read at least another like 40-50 pages. That would be great. Then I would be like roughly around here. But we'll see how much I can manage before I'm too tired, because you know, I'm always tired. I don't know. I'm currently looking into getting me some supplies to actually what is the name? to like make paperbacks into hardbacks, to like custom make hardbacks pretty much out of my paperbacks. I'm looking into getting supplies. I got a lot of shorts and stuff like that and videos on YouTube recommended with the topic, and it looks so cool. And I have a lot of like used paperbacks where I feel like they could use actually like a makeover, because they aren't maybe the prettiest, but I like them, so I would like to present them really in a pretty way. And then I also have the books from my grandpa, and some of them just feel really icky and sticky because he was, a really heavy smoker, and I can't seem to get them clean so that I can touch them without feeling icky. So I would actually like to redo those and yeah, make them pretty and usable again, because the way they are now, I can't really read them because they don't feel so nice. So yeah, I'm looking into maybe, getting another hobby because I don't have enough already. And yeah, we'll see. I'm still like, looking up what I need for all of that, because I feel like the initial investment is quite high. Um, so I'm looking into that right now. But yeah, I might splurge a little bit and get me the supplies once um my paycheck comes in for the month. And yeah, we'll see. It's still an idea, but I'm really tempted to do it. But yeah, I will now continue with Sleeping Beauties. And then, yeah, I will check in with you once I have an update on how much more I have read. Okay, let's do just one more update for the evening. I continued with Sleeping Beauties, and it is going off the deep end. It is crazy now. Men start going nuts. They start hurting women. They start, yeah, it's really ramping up to be a Stephen King novel now, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a great read, I have to say it. I think at page 370 now, so a little bit over halfway through. It's a great read. I just read it in like smaller chunks. And then I actually got a new audiobook, which I'm really, really happy about, because it is a book I own physically that I planned on reading in June. So that is perfect. So yeah, I listened to an hour and a half of Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, and the narrator is wonderful. She has such a nice voice. It's like a perfect woman's voice. I don't know, I have to look up who she is and put the name here so you can Google audiobooks she's done. I love her voice. It's really, really soothing. It fits the story really, really well. And yeah, it's Darling House is pretty much a book about a haunted house. And our main character is drawn to the house, and now she has gotten a job as a housekeeper in the house. That is how far I've come. It's actually really, really interesting, and I really enjoyed the story. So yeah, that is the reading for the evening. I will now watch a few YouTube videos, chill a little bit, go to bed, and then tomorrow, obviously, I have to work and stuff. And yeah, and on Saturday, I probably won't read that much because it's my the second anniversary of my wedding. And yeah, we will watch The Lord of the Rings and build Berg 2, the Lego set that comes out on our wedding day, which is fantastic, to be honest. So yeah, that is pretty much the plan for the rest of the week. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow, which is hopefully another good reading update. Okay, let's do a quick check-in while I get ready to leave the house with the dog. Oh well, yesterday was a horrible day. I kind of fucked myself over, which happens, you know, if you have insensitivities to foods, you can easily fuck yourself over, and I ate something that I shouldn't have eaten. I should have known better, but sometimes you just forget after you've eaten something, like you haven't eaten something for a long, long time, and then you pick it up because you think, no, I think I kind of could eat that, and then yeah. Obviously not with gluten, but with a fructose intolerance. So yeah, I fucked myself over. I didn't sleep in the night because I pretty much just was in pain the whole night. And so yeah, yesterday I just was a zombie. I couldn't deal with anything. I had no sleep. I felt horrible. So there wasn't a check-in yesterday. I'm really, really sorry. And I also didn't read as much as I wanted to, which just is because I had a bad week. Yeah, let's so quickly catch up what I will continue with next week, because we already have Saturday. Today is my second wedding anniversary, and yeah, my partner is just picking up Baradur. He's just in the Lego store and picking it up. And once he's home, we will start building directly. But yeah, let's start with Sleeping Beauties. I am now, well, a good way through, so I am over halfway through now. Oh my god, the men in here are disgusting. If you are sensitive to like asshole behavior from men towards women, such as maybe we could burn the women because they are, sleeping and they can't stand up for themselves, you probably should not read this book. It started pretty like tame, and now it's really going off the rails. The men are going crazy, except for a few. We have a few women still awake even after 5 days with no sleep, because they are taking like drugs, medication, all of that. But yeah, I love the book. I really, really, really like it. But it is getting pretty out there, to be honest. Then the next one I'm reading currently, which is what I'm listening to, which is why there isn't a bookmark in here, but I'm a fourth of the way through, is Starling House. I do like it, but yeah, I think the beginning just really brought me in, and now it's kind of getting a bit on the boring side. So hopefully the book will pick up again. Our main character is now working as a housekeeper in the Starling House, and the house is kind of, warming up to her and wanting her there, and she's starting to unravel what is happening in Starling House. But yeah, it's a little bit on the more boring side. The beginning was a little bit more interesting, so yeah, hopefully it will go back to be more interesting. And then the other book, I'm also a fourth of the way through, which is We All Fall Down. To be honest, it feels like a really standard fairy tale inspired fantasy, so I don't hate it. We have now pretty much all of our characters together, and I can't really tell much because I feel like every little spoiler is bad for this book. I feel like you need to really read it unspoiled. But yeah, it's a queer book, so you can expect that. A little bit of like transgender themes coupled with magic, which I think is really, really cool. Like, it's a cool concept. Yeah, then we have the concept of magic having run out and bringing magic back, and some people want that, some people don't want that, and then we have all of our players there. I think at the moment it's like a 3-star basis, like a really good neutral for a fantasy book, and I do enjoy reading it. I don't think it's a bad book now. I'm afraid how that will continue because of the ratings that I read so far. But yeah, maybe I have luck and it's actually like a really good book. So yeah, I only finished one book this week, which I'm a little bit sad about. But I am, away through all of these, and hopefully I can finish all of these next week. Hopefully it will be a better week. I will try, But yeah, I will check out now, because obviously the rest of the day I will spend with my partner, and we will watch The Lord of the Rings and in the extended edition and build Barad-dûr. So that is what is planned for today, and I am loving it. So yeah, I will leave you here. I hope you still enjoyed watching this vlog, even though it's kind of all over the place, But yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!